I'm back! Alright, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for, well, video number 2 on your 2 for Tuesday. Once again, right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel and my other channels, which are down there, you know where, in the description box below, otherwise known as my pants. So, subscribe to the channels right now. Show me your love and support. Also, if you're on social media, follow me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, get a life. And share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. You know what to do with it. So, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, you missed it. And that's pretty much it. So, like, share, subscribe my channels, and hit the bell to get notified when I do another one, whatever that might be. So you don't miss it. And that's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Tuesday evening, August the 8th, 2023, thank you all for watching here on the channel. Once again, my name is Peter Joseph. I'm a YouTube content creator. If this is your first time watching, who's this guy? But I'm one of the OGs of YouTube. Been on here for actually tomorrow. Tomorrow is my 14th anniversary on YouTube. I wanted to do a video on my Shadow Slayer channel, but if you saw my first video, which I will put in the description box, my Shadow Slayer channel is locked right now. It's on hiatus. Because I can't get into my Gmail account for some odd reason. Now I'll talk about that in a second. The video explains itself, so check it out down below. But I made a new channel, a backup channel to the Shadow Slayer channel called the Shadow Slayer Backup. So, link to the channel will be down below in the gobbledygook, as well as the video. Basically, TSL 2.0 episode 1, well, episode 0, because it's not an actual episode, it's just an introductory episode to the channel, where I basically talked about what happened. So check that out, and that's pretty much it for that. But anyway, minus that, yeah, I'm back after a 3-week hiatus from this lovely website of YouTube. I went away for 2 weeks. Not gonna tell you where. I think most of you know where I went. But in any case, I had a good time. I needed some R&R basically with the missus, and so we did that. But we had a good time, and near the back end of it, her celebrated her birthday. She turned another year older and all that stuff. But in any case, on the back end of that, the phone that I usually use to do these great videos, well, it died. It was working in the morning, and then right around 9:45 in the morning, it just shut off, wouldn't turn on. I'm trying to do a hard reset, factory resets, I'm trying everything in the book. Phone would not turn on. And I'm like, what's going on here? I was thinking maybe the battery died, but I had like 80% charge. But, so I got nervous and upset, and I couldn't use the phone, I couldn't, call my parents, I couldn't make calls out to anybody, which sucked. So, I missed all that. I take it to the repair guy. I took it to my phone company. I had no insurance on it, which was a big no-no. But they couldn't help me, so he said, take it to a repair guy. I was like, alright, take it to a repair guy. He said, it could be the battery. So I was like, alright, I'm going to get you a replacement battery. And, bing, bang, boom, it should go back on. So a couple of days go by, and, originally he was charging me $70. So I go over to the guy, he said, battery didn't work. Phone would not turn on. I was like, crap. So he's like, alright, give me another day or two, I'm gonna get another battery, and hopefully that'll work. And it wasn't charging either. I mean, I put it in the charger, it was showing, the light was on, so it looked like it was charging, but nothing was coming up on screen, so it did that. So a couple more days go by, then I waited through the weekend, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna let it go through the weekend, I'll pick it up on Monday. Well, last Monday. So that goes by. I call him up Monday morning, he says, the phone's charging, showing a charge, but not turning on. So when I went to him before that, I said it might be the motherboard. So he's like, alright, I'm going to put in a new motherboard, and the whole thing is going to cost me $110. I was like, good, do it, let's, I'll see you, and he's like, come by the end of the week. I'm like, alright, no problem. So, this past Friday comes, and I go there, I'm ready to pick up the phone, I was hoping the motherboard would work and it would turn on, but he emailed me last Friday morning and says, Pete, your phone's dead. I cannot do anything to help you. The motherboard didn't work. Showing a charge, but the motherboard nothing would turn on. So I was like, crap. 3 to 4 year old phone, $800 phone, mind you, $800. So I bought it in 2019, 2020. It was given to me by, as a gift from Rose's daughter. Blah, blah, blah. So that phone, I still have it, but it's out the window now. Well, not out the window. It's gone. It's dead. So, long story short, thankfully, I was, Rosa told me, said, go on Amazon, go on T-Mobile, find a refurbished phone. Went on Amazon, found a good, pretty decent phone. I wanted a Samsung, but it cost a little bit too much money for me. So, I got, this phone that I'm on right now, which is a different brand phone, but it's smaller than the phone I had. And it's an international phone, so I got it from Amazon, and I got it in 3 days. I ordered it on Thursday night, and it came yesterday. So I had to put the SIM card back in. I was a little bit worried about that because I might have to buy a new SIM card, change my number and everything, but thankfully I didn't have to do that. But all in all, I have a new phone, that I'm talking to right now. It's smaller. I'm still kind of getting used to it, but it looks much better. I think it's not that much better than the phone I had. But, so when I came back from my vacation, I originally was supposed to come back July 30th, but I took the extra week off because of the phone. That's why I didn't do videos that week. But I was still active in comments and, on Easter's thing and everything. But now I'm back. I'm 100%. Hopefully this phone doesn't fuck up on me, but we'll see what happens with that. It's going to be a temporary phone for now, but we'll see what happens with that. I do have another phone on back order in case this phone clunks out. But we got that. I just bought the back protector for it, $10. Actually, $17 with shipping. I could have got it for free with Prime, but but they offer you a free 30-day thing of Prime, But I'm like, I'm not gonna fall for that shit. Because you can get Prime, and then next thing you know, you're paying $100 for just for having Prime, which is ridiculous. So, I ordered the back piece. It's coming on Saturday. So, hopefully that'll give me some more stability, because when I did my first video, the mic might have a little bit of an issue. But, we'll see what happens with that. But if you did watch the video that I put down in the description box, and it has a little bit of a mic issue, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to fix the situation. I'm just learning this new phone. So, give me some time, and hopefully we'll be back up and running hopefully by the end of the week or by next week. But that's all I gotta say about that. But like I said, I'm back, from my hiatus. I'm gonna go hopefully full steam ahead for as long as we could. Like I said, tomorrow is my 14th year anniversary on this great website. I wanted to put it up on my Shadow Slayer channel as episode 70, but most likely I'm gonna put it up on the backup channel. And do episode 1 of the new season, blah blah blah. As far as the Shadow Slayer original channel, if I can get into it by the weekend, I'll be happy. So then, I'll see what I do with the video. I might download it and then re-upload it to that channel. But if I can't get into it by the weekend, I'm just gonna use the backup for now. And then when I do get into the Gmail, I will most likely delete the Shadow Slayer channel and go with the new channel that I just made. So, but we'll see what happens with that. But for now, tomorrow I will do my 14th year anniversary video on the backup channel. So check it out, and I'll subscribe now. And that's it. So hopefully most of you missed me. Some of you, most of my friends, missed me. But like I said, I was floating around Issa's chat every so often, and in comments here and there with with the people that I sub to. But I had the people saying, "Oh, you're on a fake break. You're not really on a break because you're in Issa's chat. You're commenting on people's videos and everything. It's not a break because if it was a real break, you wouldn't even be looking on YouTube and chatting and everything like that." Let me just say, I can do whatever the fuck I want on my break. It's still a break. I wasn't doing videos. That's a break. But if you want to think it's a fake break, then you're fake yourself. But that's all I gotta say about that. I really don't care if you think my break was fake and everything else. I personally don't care anymore what you think of me, and it is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. People make videos critiquing my videos and making fun of the way I look and things that I do, picking my nose or whatever. I mean, good luck getting all the clout views off me. You're welcome. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. I mean, if you don't have to like me. I don't care. You can critique my channels all you want. Critique how I look all you want. But it's just like to the point where, I would go back and forth with some people. It's just like, I just got to the point where it's just not healthy for me, and, it wasn't getting me anywhere except for, just making me have agita and everything. And I just feel like going back and forth withdrawals is not healthy for me because it's not going in. It's not doing anything for me. It's not putting money in my pocket or anything. It's just giving me agita when I should really be focusing on my mental health, which I have been doing. And, the vacation really helped. Got my mind off of things. And now I'm back, and I'm just gonna go full steam ahead and do what I gotta do. Make the money, and, go full steam ahead in the last 3.5 weeks of summer, unofficially, because Labor Day is coming up in about 3.5 weeks, and then the official end of summer is about a month away, so we got about 6 weeks left of summer officially. So, but then we get into the fall, we get into late September, October, Halloween, then we talk about daylight savings time, and Thanksgiving at the end of November, then December, the greatest month in the world, with the greatest day in the world, my birthday, and, Ozzy's birthday, and Chris and Maria from In This Moment, and everything else, and, Jesus, and let me kill my stuff from Motorhead, we played rock and roll. Rock out with your coke out. Alright, So, December's coming, the greatest month of the world. And then, a few months away, we're going to be done with 2023. And head into 2024. Supposedly, we're getting a pretty... Well, not a... We're going to get, some type of winter. We're not going to get bad. I don't think we're going to get a bad winter, they're saying. The Farmer's Almanac and everything. But it's saying, in the Northeast it's going to be snowy, slushy. Typical winter. Hopefully not too many blizzards. But, we'll see what happens with all that. And we'll move on. Speaking of In This Moment, holy shit! Did In This Moment put out a banger of a new video for their hit song called The Purge, off their upcoming 8th album. Yeah, 8 in the span of 18 years. 8 albums, crazy enough, huh? But their new album, their 8th album, coming out on my dad's birthday, October the 27th, and Kelly Osbourne's birthday, by the way. Great day to have an album coming out. So their new album is called God Mode. I wonder where they got that from, Roman. But yeah, the new album called God Mode comes out October the 27th. You can pre-order it now on Amazon and your local, wherever you buy your CDs from. You can just download it off Spotify like I do, for free. But The Purge came out. The video is amazing. It came out about 3 weeks ago. Already getting close to 1.2 million views. Million in the span of 3 weeks. That is crazy. Not their highest video, but 3 weeks, 1.1 plus million. Oh, holy shit! And the video for itself, you gotta see it. It is amazing. Maria has done it again. This album is gonna bust eardrums, make your ears bleed. Blood's gonna come out your eyes, your nose, and your throat. It's gonna be a banger, and like all their other albums have been pretty much bangers. I'm not too fond on Ritual, but Mother, the last album, was great. This album is gonna be, it's heavy. First single, Purge, is just heavy riff. Maria screams for 25 goddamn seconds. That scream in the middle, near the end part of the video, so good. And Maria just looks amazing in the video. The guys do too. No offense to the guys, but they look good too. But yeah, so check out The Purge on YouTube. Tell them Peter Gilmore sent you. Well, Peter Joseph sent you. It's a great video. It's a great video. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, enough about that bullshit, because I wasted 20 minutes of your goddamn time. That too. But I had to let you guys know where I was, and what I was doing, and the issues with my old phone. Now I got the new phone. I don't know how long we're gonna go with this video. I mean, this particular phone is 64-bit, so maybe I'll go a little bit long, like 45 minutes maybe. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, enough about that bullshit. It's Tuesday night. It is time for your late and out-of-date Monday night review for August the 7th, 2023 from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is the aftermath of SummerSlam this past Saturday, which was, it was alright, nothing great. Our tribal chief, still the tribal chief, 1,073 days as of this video, 1,073 days as your undisputed champ, beating that schmuck Jey Uso, thanks to Jimmy. And we'll see what happens with them on Friday night. And Roman will be there on Friday. But there is a story about Roman. Everybody's taking it so seriously. Roman's injured. They're gonna strip him of the belt. No, they're not. He's not getting stripped of the belt for a stupid little rib injury. He suffered a rib injury, or he suffered an injury on Saturday when Jey clotheslined him over the top rope. He landed on his feet, and then they kind of panned away from Roman, and then Jey hit the suicide dive, which was kind of short, and then it hit Roman, who was still on the ground. That's where he got the injury. But from what people are saying, it's a rib injury. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be too serious. I think Roman. He's not even gonna be. He's still gonna appear on television, but he's not gonna be fighting. Obviously, he's not advertised for Payback. He's not advertised for Fastlane. I don't know about Survivor Series, which is at the end of November. Crown Jewel is, I think, in the beginning of November in that shithole country of Saudi Arabia. So, I think the next time we'll actually see Roman on pay-per-view will probably be Crown Jewel 5 in Saudi Arabia. If he defends the belt against who? I don't know. But if he's not on there, he's probably not going to be at Survivor Series. So he's basically done for the year. So he's on a long-as-fuck vacation. But we'll probably see him here and there on TV, just to further the Bloodline storyline, which is still going, ladies and gentlemen. Now that Jimmy, did what he did the right thing, and screwed his brother out of the title on Saturday, we'll probably see, most likely, I think we're going to see Jey versus Jimmy at Fastlane. But then you got Solo, who got speared by Roman, and he's not too happy with Roman right now. So people are thinking we're going to get a fatal four-way with the Bloodline. I don't know if that's going to happen. But we'll see. I mean, we got about a few weeks away till September 2nd, which is Payback. So we'll start formulating the card pretty much this week, and going into the next couple weeks, and then September 2nd will be here, Payback will be around, and we'll see what Roman does, and what happens with Jimmy, Jey, and Solo, and the wise man, Paul Heyman. And other things going on with that. But SummerSlam, in my eyes, check out my Twitter, I already reviewed it on Twitter. I thought it was a pretty good, decent show. I hated Logan Paul winning, I thought it was ridiculous. Walter's still your Intercontinental Champion. Crazy. He's gonna beat the Honky Tonk Man's record if he doesn't lose it before Payback. We had that. Shayna Basler sent Ronda Rousey packing, thank the Lord. And the women's title situation, the WWE World Women's Champion, the WWE Women's Championship that Asuka had. Because she lost it to Bianca, who barely was able to win that belt with a fucked up leg, actually. She wins the title, holds it for like 1 minute and 18 seconds, because my third wife, Io, comes out, cashes in, she's the new champion, which made me really happy. So we're going to see what happens on SmackDown with that. Don't know what's going to happen with Bianca if she's legit hurt. We don't know that yet. Asuka might get her rematch. Well, contractual rematch, because now that Io has the belt, we'll see, maybe we'll see Io versus Asuka at Payback. I would like to see that. But we shall see what happens with that. But Io is the champ, makes me really happy. And what makes me even more happy is now that Asuka, Io, and the returning Kairi Sane, my second wife, Kairi has now signed another contract with WWE, and her return is imminent. So she might return on Friday Night SmackDown this Friday, or we'll see. But she is due to return imminently. So that makes me really happy. My three wives on SmackDown. I love it. I love it. Now, what happens with Kairi, I don't know if she's going to side with Asuka and reform the Kabuki Warriors, or side with Io and reform the Sky Pirates, or all three of them team up, which would be even more liquid down below, if you know what I mean. So we'll have to see what happens with that on Friday Night SmackDown this Friday night. But let's quickly get to Raw because we're about 20 minutes away from NXT tonight, which should be pretty good. Dominic Guerrero ese defending the North American title against Dragon Lee. That should be a pretty damn good match. We got Braun Breaker taking on Von Wagner in a pretty big beefy men slapping meat match. And I think Tiffany's going to be on tonight. Tiffany Stratton. Daddy! She's going to be on. So we got that. More with, my cousin Tony D'Angelo and Stax, the NXT Tag Team Champions, and their still ongoing feud with Gallus. We have that. We have the stuff with the Schism going around with them going after the Creed brothers, who are supposedly back now. I thought they left NXT. There must have been a loophole. So we'll see what happens with that tonight on NXT. And we'll talk about that later tonight. Alright, but anyway, let's get to Raw. And it was a pretty show for an aftermath show. Pretty kind of interesting ending, but we'll get to that. So we start off Raw with a long as fuck SummerSlam recap. And the first hour was commercial free. I think every hour should be commercial free, you think? Fuck the bills. Not the football team. I mean, paying the bills and everything. Fuck the commercials. But anyway, so after that, we start off the show with good old Cody Rhodes. Yeah, Cody, MDK, only Cody, you bitch. No! So he comes out, talks about how he was face to face with one of Minneapolis' own, that's Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, defeated him, and then we saw the unthinkable where Brock praised Cody and raised his hand, which was unplanned, and Lesnar acknowledged him. He didn't acknowledge him because he's not the tribal chief, but anyway, but you know all that about that, Cody, because you acknowledged Roman at WrestleMania 38, didn't you, bitch? But I digress. In any case, so Cody's like, I feel so good, I can beat anybody in the world right now. And then the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins comes out. He comes out with yellow sunglasses, big as fuck Crocs on his feet. Or as I call them, the Super Mario Brothers shoes. So he comes in and says, I heard you say you can beat anyone? Well, let's put that to the test. And I thought they were going to have a match, right then and there or later in the night. But then Judgment Day comes out. Poppy Priest, Senor Poppy Priest in the Bank, Damian Priest, Dominic Guerrero ese and Mommy, Rhea Ripley, they come out, minus Finn, and say, we run Raw, and we determine the title matches around here. And, Dom says, I'm the real workhorse around here. I'm the North American Champion. Blah, blah, blah. So then Finn Balor comes out from the crowd, attacks Seth and Cody from behind. So big, 4-on-2 beatdown. And then Sami Zayn comes out for the save. And everybody's, happy. Judgment Day's cleared the ring. Blah, blah, blah. So then Cody gets on the mic and says, well, there's 3 of us and 3 of you, minus Rhea Ripley, because, so we're going to get a 6-man tag team match play out of this in the main event, which does not sit well with Seth Rollins. And Seth's like, the fuck you doing, dude? I didn't agree to this. So I think they're planting the seeds for Cody versus Seth at some point, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I gave that first segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we're off and running on Monday Night Raw. Alright, after that we go to a video from earlier today where Ricochet, who lost to Logan Paul, thanks to Logan Paul getting brass knucks from a person, I don't know who it was. Some guy in a Yankee hat, figures a Yankee fan. Cheaters! But I digress. Even though they stink like the Mets this year. Don't even talk to me about baseball. I am done with baseball. I am in football mode now. Go Niners. And go Jets. Practice! You didn't even see Rodgers at the Hall of Fame game. He was there, but he didn't suit up. But he will be playing probably like 5 minutes in the second game coming up this week. So I got that. I think the Jets won that game. That Hall of Fame game. They were up. I think they were up 17 to 17-10, and then I shut it off. Because I went to bed. But in any case, you're not a real fan. Whatever. But anyway, Ricochet complains to Adam Pearce about the loss. Pearce like, I can't do anything. It's in the record books now. Sucks. And then Chad Gable, oh thank you. Sheesh. He comes in with Matt Riddle, bro, and Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer. They all come in, they interrupt, so then they all talk like, oh, we're gonna be the one to defeat Walter. So Adam Pearce makes a fatal 4-way match for a shot at Walter. So we're gonna get that right after the commercial. Well, after they get out of there. So I gave that segment 3 out of 5 stars. So then we go to the fatal 4-way match. And pretty good match. Ricochet, Matt Riddle, Chad Gable, and Tommaso Ciampa. We got a sick reverse Tower of Doom spot. Crazy. Everybody was doing back suplexes off the top rope. Ricochet did like a 360 and landed on his fucking face. That was sick. But all in all, match kept going. 10-minute match. But in the end, Ciampa hits Project Ciampa for a near fall. Riddle hits a Bro Derek, and then Gable makes a save off a top rope splash. Gets back up, hits the Chaos Theory, and he tried to get it on each person, but they kept reversing it. But in the end, he got it the third time's a charm. He got it on Ciampa. 1, 2, 3. Chad Gable is your winner. Thank you. And he goes on to face Walter for the Intercontinental title. And he's already beat Walter last week in that 5-minute challenge match. Walter asked for more time, and then he, all that shit that happened. But it's in the books that Chad Gable gave Walter his first official loss on the main roster. So, Gable might be the one to defeat Walter. I don't think he is. But we'll have to see what happens with all that. So that's that. So I gave the match 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we go to the back, Sami Zayn, after we get a video of Cody versus Brock. We go to Sami Zayn in the back. Cody and Seth are still kind of arguing. Sami's trying to play peacemaker. And, they agree to work together to fight the Judgment Day. But Sami's not buying that whole thing. Like Cody and Seth are gonna, beat each other up. So we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get a video about the Tribal Combat match with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. We all know what happened there. We see that. And then, we see the Miz in the back. And I think he was supposed to do a photo shoot. Or he was supposed to talk to Eli Drake. Yeah. But he had to wait because Eli was doing a photo shoot. And Miz like, nobody waits for me. You know. But we'll get to that later. We got an epic segment with them. And that's it. Alright, then we get to our next match. Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Bronson Reed again. Pretty hard-hitting match. In the end, Shinsuke Nakamura wins after Bronson was beating him up for half the match. Goes up top for the Tsunami, missed, and then Shinsuke hits not one, but two, King Sasha! Pin Bronson right underneath, just under 12 minutes. Match was alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars. So Shinsuke Nakamura is your winner. And that's pretty much it. Let me move on. Alright, then we're going to look back at Rhea Ripley beating the fuck out of Raquel Rodriguez the last couple weeks, putting her on the shelf with her knee injury. She's not cleared to compete, but Adam Pearce says when you do get cleared, you'll get your title shot. And then she put Liv Morgan back on the shelf with her shoulder injury. So we get that. Alright, then we go to the locker room, where we see Maxine G. looking hot, as always. And then Ludwig Kaiser, Marcel Barthel, comes in and suggests that Maxine would be better off with him and the rest of Imperium, or at least just Marcel Barthel. So he tries to charm her. Maxine slaps him right in the mouth. And then Otis, well, I guess now it's Otis. Otis pops up and issues a challenge for later in the night. And Marcel's like, well, okay. So we're going to get that match and coming up later. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. Then we go back to the ring with a promo from the man, Becky Lynch. She's tired of dealing with Trish Stratus and is ready to wrap it up next week in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And then Zoe Stark comes out, and she doesn't like all the Becky bad-mouthing Trish. Becky says Trish is just using her. Stark's like, you're damn right. I'm good at what I do. So then she rants about how great she is, and then Shayna Basler comes out, and her eye looked swollen shut. I heard she broke her orbital bone. That's why her eye is like you can barely see her eye. She looked like she got into a really big fight. And well, that's what happens when you face Ronda. So blah blah blah. Shayna comes out, says, well, I got rid of Ronda at SummerSlam. The fans loved it. Becky approves of it. And then Zoe says, oh, you look like a tough punching bag. And Becky's like, ooh, those are fighting words. And then she's like, oh, how about you and Zoe have a match right now? So Adam Pearce comes out and is like, well, let's make that official. So we get that. And we move on. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that. Alright, but before the match it starts, we get a long as fuck video for Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. Seth won, obviously, retained the title. After Poppy Priest threw the Money in the Bank briefcase in, didn't give a fuck about what happened, and then Seth hit the stomp on, Seth hit the stomp, sorry about that, and that's it. Bing, bang, boom, there's your winner, and, pretty much it. Alright, give me a second, I have to put my light on, because you barely can see me, so I'll be right back. And, bing, bang, boom, we got a notification. I gotta turn that off. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so I think you can barely see me. I don't know why let me actually do something quick. Oh, that's why. Aha! Okay. See, I'm still doing the phone, so that's why you can barely see me. Now I raised the light, the brightness of my phone. So now you can see me. But, I was like, no, put it back down, I don't want to see you! Back you, man. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so where I left off, Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, we get a video about that. Seth Rollins wins thanks to the help of Damian Priest. And then, early in the night, Finn and Priest are, like, they're ready to kill each other. And that leads us to our next segment. J.D. McDonough is in the back with his good friend Finn Balor. Damian Priest comes in. He wants to know what the hell was up with that. Coming from the back. This wasn't planned. So they argue over the loss. Priest says Balor is crowning him because they got close to each other. And then Balor's like, that contract is kind of crowning us, And then Mommy Rhea Ripley has to come in, the voice of reason. It says, you guys need to act like men, not act like children. And then J.D. McDonough comes back in and says, the briefcase is coming between both of them. And then tells Damian Priest, maybe you should get rid of that briefcase. We'll see what happens with that. There was so many rumors that J.D. McDonough is going to join the Judgment Day. But we'll see what happens with that. I think he will. And I would think that Finn Balor is going to be hitting the bricks, Spanish archered out. No pun intended with Damien, of course. He's going to get Spanish archered out, and J.D. McDonough is going to be the, new leader of Judgment Day. And Balor will probably turn face, which nobody cares about. But we'll see what happens with Judgment Day as the weeks go on. And we move on. Excuse me. So I get that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, we finally get to Shayna Basler and Zoe Stark. It was an okay match. Becky at ringside. Just to look on. And looking nice. Shayna locks in the carry-fitted clutch. Sending Zoe to the outside. Becky offers a distraction. Basler kicks Zoe right in the ribs. And then hits Piper's Pit. Now it's known as the world's baddest slam. So she sent Ronda packing and took her finisher, which is crazy. So Shayna Basler gets the win. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then Becky's all happy. He's like, good job, Shayna. Good job. And that's pretty much it. We move on. Alright, then we go to the back with the newcomer, Jackie Redmond. She talks to Shinsuke Nakamura. Talk about his big win against Bronson Reed. And then we hear some, metal clanging off in the distance. So we go to it. And then we see J.D. McDonough attack Sami Zayn, who's got a humongous lump on his elbow. So, either he got a bad dislocation or a bursa sac, which means the elbow just pops. It's just disgusting. Kind of like what Cena had a couple years ago. But he worked through that, obviously. Obviously, with cortisone shots and just nastiness. So Sami looks like he might be out of the match with Judgment Day. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to a quick under 3-minute match. Did I say under 3 minutes? With Otis and Otis and Marcel Barthel, Maxine Dupree at ringside along with Fabian Aichner. Match wasn't anything to write home about. Maxine got on the apron, caused a distraction for a moment, and then Giovanni Vinci comes over and distracts Otis, and then Walter comes in, I don't know where he came from, with a cheap shot to Otis, and then Marcel Barthel hits an enziguri. Of all moves, he hits an enziguri to win the match. Go figure that one out. So, Marcel Barthel gets the win over Otis to piss off Chad Gable even more. And that's pretty much it. Match was kind of boring, and I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Then we go to the back again. Seth and Cody arguing outside their locker room. And then Jackie Redmond comes in and says, what's the update on Sammy? Seth says that Sammy's not clear to compete, so now it's a 3-on-2 handicap match. But then we see Shinsuke come in, and it's like, oh, I heard you need partner. Me want to be partner. And then we have sushi later. No, he didn't say that. He says, I want to be your partner. So Cody... So Seth says, yep, you're in! Cody's like, what? So we get that. And that's it. So now it's Shinsuke Nakamura, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins taking on Judgment Day in the main event. Go figure. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the segment of the night, The Miz with Miz TV. And then Eli Drake. And that's not an insult. That is a fact of life, my friends. Yeah! He comes out, they have an epic shoot promo talking about, Miz like, what have you done the last 20 years? And, Eli's like, well, I've been winning championships. You didn't even mention, you didn't mention Impact or anything like that. Goes off on Miz, oh, you used to be a champion, this and that, but you're basically a jobber now. So they really went at it. And then, basically, Miz goes on a rant about being the main event. So Eli's like, well, prove me wrong. So then the jackets come off. Miz throws it at him. They start a fight, which Eli easily wins. He reversed the skull crushing finale into blunt force trauma. Knocked Miz the fuck out. The crowd's going nuts. So it looks like we're going to get Miz versus Eli Drake. Probably next week or leading up to Payback. But we all know Eli's going to win that. So, I like the feud. I mean, if they're going to keep going with shoot promos, I like it. Keep going. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, after that, the Viking Raiders come out for an open challenge. So Eric and Ivar come out with Sarah Logan, Valhalla. And their opponents are the returning The New Day. So the New Day, they come out. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. So they're back after both men were injured. So they're back. They have a mediocre match. The New Day obviously get the win. Freaking Michael Cole's dancing, and he's like, he's so happy to be back, and Wade about it. He's like, by the way, it's a new commentary team now on Monday nights. Wade Barrett and Michael Cole, and on Friday Night SmackDown we got Corey Graves, Kevin Patrick, and Michael Cole. So Michael Cole's doing like 5 hours of shows, which is crazy. He's the workhorse. But really, I would have just sent Kevin Patrick packing to NXT or out. But we're going to have to hear him on Friday night, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so New Day get the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back. Shayna Basler interrupts Becky Lynch's interview. Says, well, I'm done with Ronda, or maybe, just maybe, I have some unfinished business with you. And Becky's like, well, I'm not a hard person to find. So they might relive that little thing from WrestleMania 36, which Shayna should have won the belt. But they did. She didn't. And Becky went on that long run with the belt. And that's that. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Move on from there. Then we see the New Day. They're glad to be back. They start dancing with Jackie Redmond. She's got some nice moves. But that's it. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. And then we learned that Sonya Deville, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, sadly tore her ACL, is out indefinitely. So I guess they're gonna probably break up that. Well, that team is basically done with Chelsea Green. The titles are gonna be vacated again, and then we'll probably have another stupid fucking tournament to crown new Women's Tag Team Champions. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. These belts should be thrown in the fucking garbage. And the Women's Tag Team division should be scrapped. Because it's a curse. Everybody has had them. Besides Asuka and Io and Sasha. Well, besides Sasha and Naomi throwing them out and then leaving. The Women's Tag Team titles are garbage. I'm sorry to say. They're garbage. And that's pretty much it. Alright, NXT is on. We just saw Mommy, Rhea Ripley, and Dom talking about their match with Dragon Lee. And now we have a video from earlier in the day. Speaking of Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio, who's going to be on the show tonight, to be in Dragon Lee's corner to kind of combat Mommy, Rhea Ripley, being in Dom's corner. So they're in the car, they're talking, and Dragon's like, "Oh, thank you very much for coming," you know. So they're talking and stuff like that. So I'll talk about more about that later. But I want to finish this up so I can get to watch the rest of NXT. So then after we talked about Sonya Deville with her ACL injury. Hopefully she has a speedy recovery. But like I said, the women's tag team titles are a curse. And that's it. Alright, so we start off NXT with Axiom and Mustafa Ali. That should be a banger first match, but we'll see what happens with that. So then we get to the main event of Monday Night Raw. Judgment Day, Finn, Priest, and Dom taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, Cody, and Seth. But during the entrance, Raquel Rodriguez jumps Rhea Ripley, Indy Hartwell, and Candice LeRae come out. And they have a big brawl with Rhea Ripley. I don't know where that's going to go, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, and after that, after the commercial, we come back with the match. It was pretty decent, you know, some high flying from Cody and Seth, and Shinsuke just staying there. But we get near the end, and Cody gets the hot tag, comes in, reverse DDT for a near fall. Actually, Balor catches him with a reverse DDT for a near fall. Cody comes back with a Cody cutter, not like the Gilmore cutter, which is more impressive. Gets a near fall on near fall. Priest uses the briefcase to break up Crossroads in his no DQ in a triple threat match, a six-man tag team match. I'm surprised it wasn't a DQ. But in any case, Sami Zayn, with his elbow all taped up, he comes out, jumps Priest from behind, which allowed Seth Rollins to super kick the briefcase right into Balor's face. And then that leads to Cody hitting the Crossroads on Finn Balor. 1, 2, 3, almost 14 and a half minutes later, Cody, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Seth Rollins are your winners. So once again, Priest and Finn have more communication problems. So I don't know how that's going to go next week, but we'll see. So I gave the match 3.25 out of 5 stars. So after the match, Rollins and Seth still at it, complaining, but eventually they shake hands, and you know, Sammy's raising their hands and everything. And then Sammy goes to, I think he left. I don't know where he went. Well, he was out of the picture. And then next thing we know, Shinsuke Nakamura turns heel and hits the Kinshasa on Seth Rollins, laying him out. And then he just goes out of the ring, not having a care in the world. No, me don't like this. Fuck these people. I'm gonna go have sushi, you know. So he leaves the ring, and Cody looks at like Shinsuke's like, what the fuck going on here? Sami Zayn's like thinking, what the fuck? So we get all that. So I think it's leading to Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura at Payback. We're like, what do you do with Cody? Do you make it a triple threat match, or does Cody do something else? So we'll have to see what happens next Monday night on the program. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so that's it for Monday Night Raw. Almost a 1 hour review, so I had a lot of time to talk, you know, on this great phone of mine, thank you. So the 30-minute reviews are kind of out the window for now. But that's pretty much it. So anyway, I gave Raw 6.25 out of 10 stars. I didn't think it was that good last night, but we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I'm out of here. I'm going to upload this video. I'm going to go on Issa's lovely stream and talk to the lovely Puerto Rican princess herself. And later on tonight on my Peter Joseph channel, we will talk about NXT from tonight. So we got a triple threat on your Tuesday. So one more video to come later tonight with your NXT review. And we're going to be back in business. Reviews coming your way. Basically almost, not every day, but let's see what I can do. my work schedule is a little bit hectic right now, so I'm not gonna do videos every day, but I'll try to get everything up when I can. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. The prophecies, well, it's been pushed off to the side. The purge, ladies and gentlemen, is here. And we're going full steam ahead. And that's it. So stay tuned for more videos on my respective channels, even my new channels. My backup Shadow Slayer channel, so check that out. And that's pretty much it. So once again, 6.25 out of 10 stars for Monday Night Raw. And we'll talk about NXT later. But for now, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on and rock hard with your cookout. And if you're not down with that, I think you know this by now. 14 years, if you don't know this by now, you need help. But for 14 goddamn years, if you're not down with all this, I'm sorry, but I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. If you don't like it, that's too goddamn bad. That's it. That's it. So I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'm out. Peace, bitches.